You know what? Everyone will be using that song for their Halloween videos.
Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Nah, people will be using that song too. I need a song no one in their right mind would ever use for a Halloween video. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's the stuff. Nobody's gonna be using this one. oh Jesus, oh god, no, this song isn't appropriate for this. Welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jum Jum 2016 Halloween Spooktacular, where we've got all the chills, all the thrills, and all the pills. Seriously, I went out and got like a shit ton of pills for this video, and I've got them all in a plastic bag here next to me, and none of them are legal, so let's just keep that between you and me. Today I'm going to be talking about horror games, or more specifically, what makes a horror game scary, and the difference between horror games and action games with horror elements. Doesn't that just sound amazing? For this video, I'll be using Outlast as an example of a horror game, and The Evil Within as an example of an action game with horror elements. Now you may be wondering what the difference is. Well, in my opinion, cause seriously, that's all this video is, just my opinion, the key difference is subtlety. You may instantly be thinking, wait just a gosh darn second here, The Evil Within isn't a bad game. No, I don't think it's a bad game either, but I also don't think it's very subtle. Okay, let's bring it back a bit here and talk about the premises of both of the games, which coincidentally are pretty similar. They both involve a dude going to a creepy place of their own will and then things very quickly getting spooky, but things are pretty different when it comes to the people you play as. In Outlast, you're an average Joe reporter who's about as useful in a fight as a wet towel, and in The Evil Within, you're a gritty detective armed with a shotgun, grenades, and a crossbow that shoots lightning harpoons. I'll say that one more time in case you missed it. Fucking lightning harpoons. I think it's fair to say these games have pretty different tones. I personally believe that for a game to be truly scary, there needs to be a sense of helplessness. Feeling unprepared and unequipped to handle a situation is just a universally scary thing, and I think games like Outlast nail that feeling pretty well. And to be honest, I just don't think The Evil Within even tries to make the player feel helpless. Sure, there are scary monsters and they're fighting you in scary places, but like I said, you have fucking lightning harpoons. You do feel more unprepared when you're running low on ammo, and the main bad guy of the game does this thing where he changes reality around you and sometimes just teleports you to a different place, so I guess you're supposed to feel more defenseless in that regard. But all that really happens is that you go from being totally able to handle the situation in one place to being totally able to handle the situation in another place. And because of that, I just don't think The Evil Within is very scary. It's certainly bloody and gory and full of jump scares. Just like this one! Ha, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Nah, you're alright. But I just don't find that stuff scary, and believe me, I'm not trying to come across as a big macho man who ain't afraid of anything. When I was little, I was fucking terrified of Wallace and Gromit. I didn't trust his smile. What do you want from me? And I'm also not against the idea of jump scares in horror games, because when you think about it, a lot of what makes good horror games scary is the anticipation of a jump scare. But a jump scare on its own, without any of the build-up when you're not feeling helpless or vulnerable, just isn't that scary in my opinion. You see, Outlast understands something that I think a lot of horror games don't understand, and that's that you really don't need a lot to be scary. A lot of what you do in Outlast is crawl around dark, murky places armed with nothing more than a camera, with usually just one spooky dude trying to find you. And seriously, a lot of the time that's all you need to make the player feel tense, a really deadly version of hide and seek, where if you do get found out, all you can do is run or hide, or die. It's the same sort of feeling that you get when you're having a nightmare. All sense of logic and reason goes flying out the door, and what you're left with is your emotions and instincts, both of which are screaming at you, saying you are not safe, you are in danger, fucking run and hide and try not to piss yourself, oh wait, I see it's too late for that. And I feel like it's impossible to have that sort of primal panic in a game like The Evil Within. And you might be saying, well, why does the game have to be scary? Why can't it just be good without needing to be scary? Well, it certainly can, but when your game has a trailer that says, look at all of these real people who definitely aren't actors totally freaking out at our game, which we literally refer to as the meaning of pure survival horror and promise the player horrifying anxiety, and that game isn't scary, I see that as a little bit of a problem. Well, at least it's not scary to me. Like I said, this whole thing is just my opinion, and it is true that fear is a very subjective thing, so if you do find The Evil Within scary, I don't think I could blame you. Well, whatever, I think I've rambled on about these two games for long enough. To be honest, I've wanted to make a video talking about horror games for a while now, and I'm glad I've finally been able to share my opinion about all this. If you disagree with any of the points I made in this video, by all means leave a comment letting me know. Like I said about a million fucking times in this video, all of this was just my opinion, and if you think differently than I do, go ahead and let me know. But more importantly than that, remember to have a great Halloween. Because if you don't have a great Halloween... I won't do anything. I won't do anything, I really don't care, to be honest. Alright, see ya.